A dream wrapped to spin fire. The NFT and Ella, diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From mint coins to tokens, he's got all the intel. Web3 is a dream. Show you.
Good morning, guys. Mega GMs. Dude, sometimes I need that song to feel like the day is actually starting proper. You know what I mean? It might just be a me thing, but boy, oh boy, Virtual's ecosystem, cats. It is, yeah, it's really heating up. Really heating up here. It's getting kind of exciting heading into, I mean, look, everybody's calling it this now. It's Virtual Season 3's coming, and a lot of these agents are starting to reprice. And that's from like the established blue chips on Virtuals to the prototype agents that maybe didn't get the attention that they deserved. Everybody's starting to make some bets here on these Virtuals agents, and I love to see it, man. We'll get into the market here today. Cosmos GM, man. Nice to see you over on Spaces. I don't think we see Cosmos on the Swarm report here much, so that's cool to see. Heads up too, and I've been doing this for the past few days. I will keep doing it. We're also going to have this show going on Spaces because Lurky, really, really cool tool. Not sponsored by them or anything, but I like the tool. It transcribes the show. It tracks the tokens we're talking about, like really, really cool. So I'm not going to focus on the Spaces, right? I'm not really going to be looking there. I'm not going to make it a point to look there, right? And I'm not necessarily looking for people to come up and chat, except for Fridays. Friday's different. But that Spaces will run there at the very least to get the transcription. We'll see if it helps, get some reach out there too. All right, guys, smash the like on the show. Oh no, hang on. Let me do our GMs again. Katz, good to see you, buddy. Good chat this weekend. Appreciate you, man. Drop King, good morning. Great movies, right? I watched Weapons this weekend and the Barbarian dude. So, man, we'll talk about that separate, different show. Hoods, good morning. Carbon, good morning. Mufasa, good morning. And Clint, good to see you, sir. Really good to see you. Also, a special GM to you, Cappy enjoyers. Not to mix streams here, but we talk about the Cappy coin, and I love it, and it's cooking and hit an all-time high last night, and is gonna gonna keep doing that. I'm super freaking excited. So if you've kind of followed me into there, GG's. Again, last night touched just about 6 mil. Not bad from the 100K call, right? Not bad. Not bad. Hang on. Is that a 1020? That's a 60X, right? And it's not done. I think it's not done. All right. Smash a like on the show. We're live on Abstract. We're live on X. We're live on YouTube. We're not on Kick today. I don't know why, actually, but not live on Kick. But come subscribe over here on CryptoSlam over on YouTube. More big guests coming. Now, I want to set the stage for what's coming this week. It's going to be a little different. It's personal stuff going on, and most of you guys know already, but it's going to be a weird week. My son's moving out. Weird. It's like this is like one of those milestone life moments for him, especially, man. But I have 3 kids. My oldest 18, graduated high school, going off to college, and that's happening Wednesday. So Wednesday, we're not missing a show, by the way. But Wednesday show is going to be pretty short. It might be 15 minutes. It might be 30. I might even bump it up earlier, but it's also my middle kid, my daughter's first day of high school. So that's going on. It's just going to be a crazy morning. So we're definitely doing a show on Wednesday. Tomorrow, normal show. And actually tomorrow, an incredible guest on the show. We've got Kosher Capital on the show tomorrow. So we'll tweet that later today. We'll get that announced. I'll get the links ready for you. But Kosher Capital on tomorrow. Wednesday short and maybe early. Thursday is going to be weird because Thursday I'll be on the road or, from a hotel or something. So it might look different, maybe sounds different, maybe shorter too. I'm not sure. But Thursday will be mobile. So heads up about that. And then from Friday on, back in the grind, back in the swing of things. And a lot of guests coming up. The 12-hour stream was awesome for the show, at least for some reach. So we have a lot of people that reached out that want to come on, including someone from Virtuals. And I've mentioned this person before. You guys know I just don't want to really promote it till we're locked in, but I think Virtuals is finally on the show next week. I finally heard back from Doodles, man. We're starting to get some cool stuff. So yeah, it's going to be, thank you, Clint. Appreciate that, dude. It's going to be a fun week. And then especially, man, I think the next couple of weeks ahead are going to be really, really spicy. And that's market. And it's also just fun show stuff. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. Also, stay tuned for our Arbus Chirps campaign. I'm expecting details of that to be tweeted out today, right? So, going to be a lot of fun. Tweet about what? Swarm. Tweet about. I think we'll even put Swarm report in the the trigger terms. Probably CryptoSlam. Anyway, we'll have details about that. But yeah, you're looking at earning some Swarm for some tweeting, and we got some cool Copilot updates for you. So we'll share news about that here soon. Man, there's not okay for the virtuals market's looking pretty darn spicy, and it feels like just the start. Really does. There's not a lot of talk about virtuals outside of our little bubble, and I'll take it, man. I'll take it. I think that's the best opportunity. Best time to be focused is when nobody else is focused on it. And I've been looking for a way to like bring the Arbus like index into the show, and we'll start peeking at it here. And this is the perfect place. Are people outside of our bubble talking about it yet? And they're really not. They're really not yet. There's some base talk out there. Base is a hot topic. And Zora is a hot topic on base. But the virtuals ecosystem not really moving the needle outside of here just yet. So it's going to be sweet. Clint, dude, nice. Arbus is one of the best bets out there. In my opinion, one of the best bets out there. And I know they're doing like for stakers, especially the 50K plus like bonus. What's up, Marty? Good Lord. What's up today? Getting some different people in here, like some of my pals. Good to see you, Marty. Yeah, but Arbus stakers, you got 50. Is it 50,000 Arbus or is it 50,000 USD? And it's got to be 50K Arbus. But you get like 10% of the supply. The reward supply goes right to those stakers, which is super cool. I would bet on those guys, man. I mean, we're working. Okay, outside of our Chirps campaign, I'll just say we're working deeply with them. Let's say that, and so we are betting on them in our own way, right? There we go. We talked about this Friday, just a couple quick, like bigger updates, and we'll hit some like small project updates later. We talked about this Friday. Look, man, if you go to Coinbase, like straight up Coinbase, you're going to see the Swarm on it now. You can't trade it. You can't buy it on Coinbase. I'm going to say yet, but it does direct you to the Coinbase wallet, right? You know that like their decentralized standalone wallet. You can buy and sell Swarm right in there, along with every other token on I'll say for now virtuals, maybe everything on base, but definitely on virtuals. So man, all these tokens now, all these tokens with just this huge new audience. Really, really cool. Anyway, I'm pumped to see the Swarm. It's just cool going on Coinbase and getting to see Swarm there. So space growing really fast. And I'll tell you, man, normies are coming. You might not see it now. Well, probably a lot of you do. But I think, man, where we're at, okay, season 3 of virtuals just starting. I think most of the virtuals community isn't even back yet. But I think when all is said and done, and when we get this, like, man, this crazy part of our crypto run starting, and I think a lot of that's actually next year, normies are coming back. And I think there's normies who are going to invest in crypto in a way they never have before. I think a lot of them are going to look at AI stuff, AI tools, AI platforms, protocols to invest in. I think virtual is going to be pretty spicy here coming up. Also, Axelrod, the AI XVC terminal is back online after Cats. How long was this? Like a week down? Was it like almost 2 weeks? I want to say about a week. But yeah, the Axelrod terminal was down, right? And it's been a minute. I have access to that now, so I'm going to start also trying to show that off during the show too. I just want to show you guys the tools so you can decide if you want to use these things or not, right? Like I show whale intel, at least a week, yeah. There you go, Clint. Very nice. Hang on. What was this? You got the new Meta AI Ray. Oh, dude, are you for real? Marty, if that's cool, man. Oh my God! On Spaces, you guys can't see this, but Marty's like an old friend of ours. And he's saying he got the new Meta AI Ray-Ban glasses, so he can tune in on the job. Wait, Marty. So you wear the glasses and you can see the video, like it overlays like the stream here. Oh my God, dude! I need glasses, and I need but you know, I wear prescriptions, right? So I think you can get those in prescription. If you can, I think I would get them. That's fucking amazing. I was telling my kids last night, I have like an iPad mini and my daughter stole it. It's basically hers now. And this is like a year ago. I'm like, I used it as like a teleprompter, even though like I don't do that. And I never really did. I wanted to use a teleprompter and I everything's off the top here. There's no, you know, Anyway, I wonder if you could use those AI Ray Bans and actually have like your notes and your dude. That would be wild if I could have notes on the screen. Like if I can look out here at you guys, but see my notes, dude. Okay, no video, no video. You can hear it, nobody else can, and no visible earbuds, dude. So cool. And you got a prescription, dude. What did that cost you? Like, what? Yeah, are we talking like $700-800 there? And you got the transition lenses, so you can take instant pics. And dude, that is so cool. All right, all right, all right. I've got my goals this year for like what I want to do with my crypto gains. That I'm not even like hoping it happens. I'm expecting it. I'm expecting it. We're walking away from this cycle with at least like low six figures, at least 100K. The goal is 100K. That's going to happen. And look, I have a feeling that's going to happen within a few weeks here. And if it does, I can't wait to share. And it's not going to be a brag. It's just to show you can do that with very little put in. And I think Cappy might even get me there. Not to be non-AI here, but Cappy, I put in, I don't know. I'll have to go back and look because I in and out a few times initially, like $50. I might be riding some. Anyway, point is you can make it. You can make it with little if you're, I don't know. Smart's not the right word there. I don't know what the word is. There's a lot of luck. We'll say that. Oh, Marty, you don't have prescriptions. Perfect eyes. Insight. Of course, dude. Of course. Hang on. Did Marty drop the price? Did he? Yeah, I'm curious. I wonder if it's like $500, it's an automatic yes. If we're talking like 1,000, 1,500, maybe not. Carbon. Let's see. I love your Genkai, by the way. No shit, dude. Carbon, find me that. Carbon's saying he was doing some digging yesterday on NFT Web3 crypto, and some AI quoted me. Dude, that's cool. Dude, you got to find that. You got to find that for me. Okay, $400. I'm doing it. All right, Marty, for $400, I'm going to get those Ray Bans, and that's dude, that's awesome. Oh, you're right, dude. Yeah. With the beanies, you're right. Sovereign, dude, it's great to see you, and you're right. I justify that a lot. If I buy something, I'm like, dude, I spent that on gas once, and I've bought some bullshit NFTs ones that are like I literally couldn't give them away. Now I justify a lot of things that way. You're right. Yeah. Awesome. Anyway, again, Sovereign, awesome to see you here, man. Hope to get you swinging through on Fridays more when we get people up to chat. I'd like your fucking love your research, love your breakdowns. All right, let's get deeper. So much deeper. The Virgin Club NFTs revealed. By the way, like always, no format. Okay, for as excited as I am about virtuals right now, there's not a ton of updates, even market stuff. It's just mostly everything up. So we're kind of casually going through it today. But those Virgin Club NFTs revealed. These aren't that great. I like them, but they're not that great. Out of the 4 I minted, only one of them has a version or a virtual trait, the hat, which I like. I'll keep them. Not selling, doesn't matter. You know. Yeah. Devil, yeah, Virtual's Genesis. Absolutely. All right, Sovereign, we'll see if we can find some other stuff to do too then. Like you, yeah. We'll just leave it at that. We'll figure out something. Anyway, out of the 4 I got, none of them have virtual traits other than, this one guy, which is fine. Although the cyber guy might be like, well, I don't know. I was thinking there was an AI agent that had a cyborg trait here. Whatever. Anyway, those revealed, not worth much. They cut the supply. We still need a virtuals NFT collection. We need it, dude. We need that so badly. I hope Maya's cooking that. Right? They're doing an NFT launch pad. I hope they're doing like a, you know what I mean? Like a spicy virtuals NFT collection. All right, on to the market, which again is looking pretty awesome. Even if we're not up in the past 24 hours, crypto's up, right? Bitcoin actually was up, I think 121. ETH this weekend touched 4,300. I'm looking right now, 119K Bitcoin, but AI market cap at 12.69 bill, down 1.5% in the past 24 hours. I mean, we've got so much room to cook here. Carbon, those just minted on OpenSea actually, and I don't even know if they're base. No, they are base. No, hang on. Those might be on Ethereum, the Virgin Club. Yeah, they're on base. But yeah, they minted on OpenSea, not through the virtual site. Yep. Yeah, we'll get to those. Virtual's updated a couple really nice things on the website, and they're beyond quality of life updates. Even though there's some of that there too. They added some really cool functionality. Yeah, real excited for this stuff. All right, your top agents here by market cap. USDT is on top. With these categories, I just don't love, but USDT with a 1.36 bill market cap. We'll do a segment maybe this week. Actually, maybe that's a perfect like Wednesday, Thursday thing is to look at that one. I mean, it is legit. It's just not what we're used to. It's not really an agent, but it's classified as that on cookie.fun. Behind that, we got Fartcoin getting close to a bill again. Not quite there. Then Rect, Turbo, Toshi, Tibber right behind there at 6. I do keep shouting him out. Ket's fallen all the way to 7. Down 20. What? Ket's down 25% in the past 3 days. Interesting. Down to 147 mil market cap. This thing was like 300 not long ago. Wow. So okay, want to do some digging there. And yes, Clint, the market's up when CPA is up 200%. I think that was our top gainer in the past 24 hours. We'll peek at that too. On the infrastructure side, FET's on top, followed by Virtual, DCAI, IoTX, and REI. I would love to see AI16Z come back, but I'm not super bullish on Shaw anymore. As much as I want to be, if the guy disappears after he made his bag, I don't know. Not loving that. And then on DFAI, it's Venice on top, followed by Banker, Griffane, Olas, and Cortex. And then altogether, by Mindshare and Banker on top still. Love that. And followed by Rect, Fartcoin, Open Ledger, still waiting for TGE there. And then Cookie. Virtual at number 6. And I think we'll see that. Climb the ranks here. Just makes a lot of sense. It is Virtual Season 3. It's officially started, even if we're not deep in the season. It started for sure. All right, on to Whale Intel. Whale Intel? Tail? Points actually coming down. Points in circulation down because there were a couple decent launches and because points are expiring. I am losing points on a daily basis. I'm not pledging points right now. I'm not. And so points are down. The last I saw, we were at like 6.2 bill. We're at 6.06 bill now. I am watching the Virgin's growth. I'm looking to see if we see a spike in new users. I imagine that's coming. I know a lot of people think that Virtuals is dead. I think it's a mistake. But I'm happy to be wrong in this case. I'm pretty sure I'm not. Your top gainers in the past 24 hours, it is CPA on top, followed by ERM, Solace, Bookie, and SS. And by the way, again, everything's repricing. These agents that, maybe launched in the slow period, Genesis launches and whatever they hit, we had a while where nothing could get to a mil market cap. They would struggle and maybe live at like 500K down to 200K. And that's the stuff we're seeing repriced now. No matter what they hit, they pull back to the, in the low to mid hundreds. And so you have ERM now up to getting closer to 500K. You've got the good stuff that also had its pullback, right? People starting to think it's maybe undervalued. Solace up almost over 2x in the past 24 hours. Solace has an update, and their update is just that they're still cooking, and I think Solace is going to be fine here. I like this take, Cats. Virtual's far from dead. Genesis does need updates, which is why, here's how I just imagine it's going to go, and I think this is so clear, right? This is going to be the season of prototype launches. FOMO-y, hypey, old school type token launches, right? And when that becomes normal, then somebody's going to buck the trend by doing a Genesis launch, and it's going to be a type of launch that is going to maybe hit the highest market cap we've seen. There's going to be this stuff that just shocks this space. It's going to happen. You can just kind of read. You can tell how the story is going to go. Savra cooking too, exactly. Yeah, we've everything repricing. It's so good. It's so good. Again, the prototype stuff starting to come up. The Genesis stuff that didn't do well yet is now starting to get a bid. You got Nick at nighttime now streaming and spending, going on a shopping spree. A lot of these agents sitting in 200K market cap, buying them up, getting people to follow because some of these maybe are undervalued in this market. This is super important, by the way. Undervalued, overvalued. It doesn't mean the same thing for any given agent or token, even a month or two apart, right? it's undervalued, overvalued in this market right here, right now, right? In this market right here, right now, where we're about to see Bitcoin hit another all-time high and ETH is probably going to smash all-time high, right? These things are coming. Then in this market, these things start to feel undervalued. A month ago, they might have felt over, right? But again, like keep that in mind. Our projections and whatever, they change. They have to. Your top losers in the past 24 hours, Voltex, PTAI, Sploot down 31%. It was so cool chatting with Jonah on the marathon stream. I want him on here. I want Jonah on here. I love this guy. Eva down almost 30% and 1000X also down. What's up, JJ? Cool stuff coming, man. Cool stuff coming. Yeah, cats. You and I are usually on the same page, by the way. It's so obvious what's coming. Sovereign, you prefer the OG pre-Genesis tokens that are way down and still building. Teams already showed they'll build through Max Payne. I like that. OG pre-Gen. So are we talking like, we're talking like AIXBT and Luna, everything that was before the Genesis launchpad, right? I'm with you. And for me, that goes right up till, Swarm, Billy Betts. And let's see if Wake Hacker actually builds something. I don't know if Wake Hacker's like done. I don't know those guys. Pretty cool. Marty, should I care about Zora? Why or why not? The creator coins are starting to do really well. I would pay attention to it, but it's still a gamble if it makes sense or not, or works or not. I'm not convinced, but I kind of want to start doing more content, on Zora. I don't know what it looks like, but yeah. Maya. I like that. I like the Maya call there. Especially because NFT season's coming and they're doing an NFT launchpad. Makes some sense. Gravity GMs, man. And dude, there's so much new stuff on virtuals. Okay. So we are still waiting for a great Genesis launch, right? We're talking about it now. There's not much. The mechanics maybe don't work quite so well. That might have less to do with Genesis, like the actual TGE kind of event. It has more to do with points. You can't really separate the two, right? I think points are the biggest problem right now. The launch mechanics, right? The basic parts of it, pre-sale at like a 200K market cap or FDV, fucking awesome. Nothing wrong with that. Sniper protection, in some cases good, in some bad. The problem isn't that. Problem is, I think points still. Right? Problem is like what? Not enough points for certain things, too many points for other things, too easy to manipulate, too many whales that it's impossible to compete with now. Like points is kind of the problem. And so maybe launching like prototype solves it because it's just a free-for-all. Maybe. I'm not convinced on that either. But anyway, we were looking forward to Sage. This is the head of the education cluster in the Virtuals ACP. Now it's delayed. That was supposed to be coming this week. That was supposed to be, I think, Wednesday. And now this is pushed back to like next Wednesday. So a big delay. Nobody upset about that, but they shouldn't be. Right? People shouldn't be. What's up, Decoded? Good morning. Yeah, okay, so like launch mechanics not working like they were. It's like everything works the same. What doesn't work is people aren't willing to spend money. There's no upside. Oh, you know what? I'll say this too. Points are the problem, but also the penalty for selling is kind of the problem. There's not enough reward for staking, and the penalty's too big for selling. It's like it's all off. So I guess when I said the only thing that's off is points, that's not it. Like the whole thing needs to be recalibrated. Like you got to be able to sell and take profits to keep playing. You have to. And if you're on timeout for a week and a half, you can't do it. And the point reward for staking just wasn't there. So anyway, back to prototype. So Sage delayed again. Head of the education cluster. This thing's going to cook. It is like 100% is going to be a Genesis launch. And look, if there's nothing else good till then, it's going to maybe even hit a record for points committed to it. You won't get a big allocation because everybody's going in. Not a bad thing either, but just kind of speaking what's happening here. Beyond that, guys, nothing. Nothing. There's a couple things I know some people are looking forward to. We'll point some of them out right now. Pledging, by the way, AI Inu. It's people spending points. It's I think a nothing burger. PNL Inc. PN Links, whatever. I think kind of still. I don't want to say nothing burger, but like I think kind of a nothing burger. Upcoming, nothing that gets my attention, nothing I'm spending time on till Sage. So 9 days off. That will cook. That will complete. That's going to do some numbers. Beyond that, I kind of like. I'm watching Shumi. Not something to spend time on because I'm not like bullish on it. I'm not anything, but I am watching it. And I'm waiting to see if there's anything that excites me out of that. I did see some people liking. Yeah. Okay, Rogan's the one. Yeah. Rogan. This is the one that I know some people are talking about. Rogan delayed. Here's Cats, by the way, saying Rogan delayed their launch. Feels like Virtuals could announce a huge Genesis launch, and these projects are delaying in preparation for that. Yes, I think so too. Virtuals is always doing something like this, always. So, like, what if Sage and Rogan push their launches out because Virtuals is going to say, hey, coming up in 2 days, we have Base. Base is launching an official agent. Like something like that. That's exactly something I picture Virtuals doing. Exactly that. I wouldn't be shocked if it is exactly that too. An official Base agent. I wouldn't be surprised. Dude, and this is random too, but didn't Cons, when he was on this show, say that he's making Jesse Pollock an agent? And I bet you Jesse, if he has an agent built through like Signal, I bet you he launches a token with it. I wouldn't be shocked if he launches it here on Virtuals. I think we're seeing, I think you're right about that, Cats. I think something's coming here. Yeah, put on those tinfoil hats and tinfoil yarmulkes, and something's coming. Gravity, don't blow your points on AI Inu, please, dude. Shumi already graduated ACP Sandbox. That's it, integrated in Butler. So we know it'll complete because of that, because it's already functioning kind of in ACP. Definitely, it'll do all right. But I'll tell you this, like the Rogan one or Rogan, whatever, I'm not super bullish on this one at all. Like reading through the description, and it's another one of these things that's just going to help you find like alpha rate projects. I just think there's enough of these things, and none of them, even if, I don't know, I don't think it's going to work well or right. I don't think any of them have. If you read through this description, I think you're going to not walk away being like super bullish on it. You might be like, okay, just kind of another one of those. So I'm not bullish on this one. Sage is the only thing I've circled that I'm like, yep. But Cats, am I wrong thinking that Will had this as a B? Did he have this as a B, or am I thinking he said maybe it gets to a B? I thought I saw some kind of bullish talk on Rogan, and I don't see it at all. It just seems like another kind of ordinary thing. Beyond that, guys, nothing. There is nothing in Genesis that has my attention. So it's just Sage. Now, what has my attention is the Virtuals Launchpad. Yep. That's what has my attention. Okay, so some stealthy updates, I think just overnight. I saw them this morning, and people started pointing it out this morning. But now when you go on an agent token, and you can place limit orders, and you can set stop losses. So all of a sudden, you can trade. I call this advanced. I don't know if that's advanced. Well, yeah, it's more advanced than just like kind of these market trades. You can now set where you want to buy and how much, which changes a lot, man. Because look, you can either go get an agent that's going to trade for you, or now you can just set your levels and set your amount, set your price, and you pray to the Virtuals gods that price falls to this level and you get some cheap tokens. Or again, you set your stop loss and you protect your ass here. This is awesome. And this feels, I don't know, this feels like, I was going to say like they're leaning more into the prototype thing, but it applies to Genesis too. It just feels like they're leaning into the secondary markets now, less on the pre-sales, more on secondary, which is awesome. So it's good. It supports both sides, but it's awesome to see this stuff. This is bigger than a quality of life update. This changes kind of how people trade. And I have a feeling, guys, some people in this space are actually going to trade better because of this, and like trade in a way they never used to, right? I'm not a trader, right? I'm a vibe trader, but I don't trade. I've never set a stop loss. I've never done that in years and years of, that's probably not true, actually. Going back years ago, I probably did, just playing around, but I don't trade with stop losses. I should. Right? Ever. Yep, and I've never set a limit buy before. I don't think I have. If I did, it's not something I did often enough that it's like stuck with me. I think some people are going to level up their trading game here, which is awesome. Cats, you're getting into that now, I think, right? So yeah, nice updates, dude. Really nice. I love seeing the virtuals team still building and still shipping, and God, I love it. Okay, prototype agents. Cass, what were you saying here? You were saying that on prototype there's a filter for like Genesis. There was something you mentioned. I think we got to start using stop losses. Probably smart. I just don't like, dude. I don't mind riding stuff to zero. I don't mind it. It's not fun, but I don't mind it. Hang on, I'm gonna find Cat's comment here. New tab. Hang on, there it is. Oh, the gainers tab built for prototype season. Yeah. Yeah, I thought some of this felt new here too, right? So I'm looking at the prototype screen, and we have trending, and this was always, I think this was there, but we have gainers. We can sort by gainers, top gainers, and we can sort by new. Again, now I can't remember if those were there. I think some of that was. Gainers and new is new. Okay. But dude, I would keep an eye on this. I would keep an eye on this all day now. These are the tiny micro cap coins, market cap coins that all of a sudden are like a lot more visible here. So you can see them sorted by new. Some of these are going to bond. I still think Dr. MSH is going to get there. In fact, this was down to like 70K. Nice to see it's down 24%, but at 108K. So this must have cooked over the weekend at least a bit. I think Reverb, depending on how Lurky uses it, because I think Reverb is from the Lurky guys. This might actually be kind of spicy. I'd keep an eye on this one here. And it is a newer launch, right? I would keep an eye on this Reverb coin. Probably wouldn't be dumb to... Man, it would be... Oh, man. I'm about to FOMO into this. Oh, this did not just launch, by the way. Chart just wasn't loading. I wouldn't hate buying some Reverb. Just depends on what they use it for. But anyway, point there still is watch the prototype stuff. We're going to see some stuff out of here at some point. Doesn't mean we see something right now. But at some point, we either get a new launch on prototype or we get one of these old agents that like just all of a sudden competes with the big boys of Genesis. Like competes with Axelrod or competes with, whatever. Billy Betts. We're going to see that out of this. And we'll probably see a top agent out of this. Just expect it. I just expect it because of the story. Don't buy Reverb. Okay. Don't buy Reverb. I think they're maybe not doing anything with it then because they are launching another token. Lurky is launching a token. And Clint, I think that's true, dude. I think that's true. Gravity, they're super easy, dude. Prototype agents are just like a non-Genesis launch. No pre-sale. You just, you click create agent, and it launches a token. The long-term holders get a Lurky claim. What's up, Picasso? Wait, hang on. That's Hoods there, but I see Picasso here. Hoods, it felt that way, but everything's up. I would love to take credit for that, but everything's up. Oh, shit, Blue Dex. How was that, man? That's Glass Ape, right? He's legit. How was that conference? I bet that was killer, dude. But Glass Ape's legit. Lurky's incredible. Again, it's the only reason I'm doing the spaces now is just to get that Lurky thing, transcribing this thing here. Okay, so keep your eye on the prototype agents. Something there is going to cook. Absolutely, for sure. Also, I think volume's starting to creep back up, especially for a weekend. Especially for a weekend. We got some action here. All right, volume. Let's take a peek. Hang on. Let me sort this out. Okay. There we go. Again, the weekend is typically slower for trading. We've got two coins at over $1 million in volume in the past 24 hours. ETH's up there at the top, 1.24 mil. Rabita is right behind it, just over $1 million. And then Backroom is catching a bid here too, man. That's what I'm saying, where everything is starting to reprice, and it's repricing higher. Backroom's up 30%, 381 K in volume, but market cap here getting close to 5 mil. Everything's repricing. It's great to see. It's just a lot of green up here, especially at the top. What's that, cats? Rowena 2060. Let me peek there. That prototype thing. Yeah, I do. I don't remember what it was though. Let me peek here. Let me peek. Oh shit! Right. Music content creation. E-Rock. Good morning, buddy. Good to see you, man. Okay, music content creation. It's funny. I know, like Will is using the term audiofi, and I get it. And I don't love it either. I think it's just InfoFi expanding to audio. I don't think we need a subcategory for it. But also, like I appreciate that this stuff is really getting into audio. And I know there's some guys here like Hoods who are really hoping we get like the music NFT part of the cycle. Or fuck it, make it a fungible token, make it a Zora thing. I'm on board for tokenize everything, by the way. And I still believe tokenizing music, there is a new way somewhere there to make music better. But anyway, this is pretty cool. Prototype agent that creates music. I use what is it? Sora? Suno? Suno. I think Suno. I make AI music. I love that stuff. And there is already an AI music agent in this ecosystem. Isn't it music? Music by virtuals, right? Anyway, I like that. I like that a lot. Music already is doing songs on Zora. Okay. It's feedback loop to the token. I gotta check that out. I do like it. Putting songs on Zora to tokenize them. Yeah, I like it. I think that's cool. Someone's going to find a way to like actually like, I don't know, figure out what that loop is. Buy the token what? Just to take part in the attention? That's fine. I think that works. I still argue the best way to do music with crypto, blockchain, anything is it's like the guys from Linkin Park, right? Remember the singer came in and minted some songs on Tezos? I like the idea that every song is a little different. Like right, you've got all these stems and you chop them up, and every song is a little different. Every song is like a 1-1. I think that's cool as fuck. Make the songs collectible. Well, you have the community vote on the one that's going to be like the radio single, right? There's cool stuff you can do there. And I still think like broader than that, the most obvious use case for NFTs and music isn't even for the music itself. Other album tokenized, right, is cool. Again, just a collectible. Doesn't matter how many editions, make it an infinite, like open edition. Just a cool collectible. But you need to tokenize every poster at a concert and keep them limited. Like, man, everybody I know that goes to concerts and collects posters would eat that up. And even look, if you have the poster that has the digital counterpart, the NFT, or it's like you sell out of the physicals and all you have left are the NFTs, and maybe there's more of them than physicals, and it's a nice like consolation prize, right? Whatever. There's just that is the obvious thing to do, and I love it. Somebody should do it. I tried doing that. We did Ozfest in the metaverse, by the way. I still work with the crypto bats, right? We did Ozfest in the metaverse like 3 years ago. It was so fucking cool. And I was this close, guys, this close to getting them to put out some Ozfest NFT posters. Like Ozfest in the metaverse NFT posters would have been so cool. So cool. Never happened, of course. All right, moving on. I mean, guys, if there's any other big market mover stories out there that I didn't hit yet, I got a couple coming up, some updates. But drop them in the chat. But I did have to mention, I'm looking at the Virtuals Protocol, the DAO website. There's no proposals. There's nothing. This is a fucking wasteland here now. Last anything was August 5th. There's nothing here. Before that was July 30th. Before that, July 21st. If those dates are like actually in order, the governance stuff is dead. And where's our updates on the 3 things that did pass? The ones that came from like the Virtuals team. So the grants to Virgin Labs, we have no updates on that. We have no updates on the Sniper Defense and Yield Fund, although they dropped sniper protection on a few launches. We got no heads up about that. And then we have no updates on the Ecosystem Growth Foundation. None of it. Look, I don't think they have the bandwidth for this, which is totally fair and totally makes sense. I get it. But yeah, I got to point that out still. It ain't working. Clinto, did I listen to music by Virtuals? I didn't even bother because all the AI music sounds the same. So if I use Suno, again, is it Suno or Sora? I think it's Suno, right? Suno is the music thing. If I use Suno, then I've heard it all. All the AI music applications or programs all sound the same. AI music just sounds like AI music to me. But that said, I went to school for music, right? I think everybody here, everybody's into music. I know. But yeah, I went to school for audio engineering, so I can hear it, and I hear very clearly how, I mean, god damn, it doesn't even take an audio engineer to hear that it sounds different. Anyway. What is this? Hoods, you want to do it bad, your main blockchain goal. Oh, I see. Yeah, building out some, this music stuff. Yeah. And it's not great. It's the tech isn't there yet. It's not there. I mean, dude, you heard Kanye's newest album. Like half of that thing is AI generated and it sounds bad, but actually he somehow makes it sound good because that's what Kanye does. He makes bad stuff sound kind of interesting. He's crazy. That's a gifted man. All right. Last couple updates here, and we're out of here. Kosher Capital has V2 staking. I think it's a new staking contract, and in the past 24 hours, 180 million shekel staked. It's a lot of shekel, yo. And I'm wicked excited to get them on the show tomorrow. There's a few projects here that I think have separated from the pack. Even if they haven't in market cap, I think they just separated as a different kind of builder. And I think the shekel or the Kosher Capital guys are that. Crazy thing is, I think their main dude isn't even Jewish. I gotta poke them on that a little bit. They might have a Jew somewhere on the team there. I'll poke them on that a little. But anyway, 180 mil shekel is a lot. 20% of the supply. You're looking at like another Vader here, right? Just people who believe in the thing so much, they're gonna lock this stuff up for a year, 2 years, whatever. But that staking contract, interesting. It's gonna reward you with buybacks, right? Every trade made by the kosher agent creation fees, and then community and partner contributions all feed back into that. And I saw Nick made a big old donation to whatever this fund is, as did their founder. So cool. That's a cool community. I'll say that. And I own no shekel. I probably should because I do want to bet on those guys. I want to bet on teams that I like. And you bet on them through the token, which is cool. VPay has their app coming here in 4 days. Can't wait to see their partners. I hope it's us. If I say I hope it's us, we should probably be talking to them, though, right? Should probably be talking to these guys. I really want to see a swarm card here. And so I should reach out. I should do that. Let's see. Shekel, it's your number one bag. Dude, hell yes. Shekel's your number one bag, dude. Damn. Yeah, I mean, Cats, that's the Loki boys, right? Andrew, good morning, man. Get Timbaland. Oh, dude, how cool would that? Yeah, Suno should get him. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, it's Cats. That's like that's almost the equivalent of like CryptoSlam and then Swarm, right? So Dap Looker and Loki, like Dap Looker is like the CryptoSlam part of Loki. That's how I have it all worked out. Great guys too. Love those guys. And they are cooking. All right. Again, I think all the shows this week going to be a little shorter. Just there's a lot going on and it's going to be fun. Okay, so tomorrow, normal show. Normal show, just but with an awesome guest. So Kosher Capital on tomorrow. They feel like they're fucking crazy to me. I don't know if they are, but they feel like they're a little nutty in a good way, right? Like they're a little edgy. Feels like it. I like that. I need a little edge to my degens, my builders here. So Kosher Capital tomorrow. That's at 9 a.m. Eastern time. Again, Wednesday will probably be very short or early, one of the two. And then Thursday on the road, Friday. Friday. Hey, we got a special treat coming up on Fridays, and that's going to start, I think, next week. There's one of these, familiar faces in the chat here that's probably going to be joining me on video here. That's going to be cool. So anyway, we'll share an update about that here soon. For now, hit the like before you get out of here. Come over to CryptoSlam on YouTube and subscribe. And I hope you have a freaking awesome day, guys. Go do that for me. We'll see you tomorrow, guys. Goodbye.